Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you this awesome tutorial on how to create this retro video game look inside of Adobe After Effects. So we're going to add a little bit of masking. I'm going to point you guys to some backgrounds you can use to get this kind of look that I showed you in the intro, and then I'm going to show you how to add the effects to get the necessary look. Okay, so we got this in After Effects now, and the first thing we're going to need to do is mask this out. So the reason why we're masking him out is so that we can take him, we can add that pixelation effect, and then we can add our own little background. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to mask him out. So I'm going to actually link you guys in the description of this video a couple of ways you can mask if you don't want to follow this method. You can always shoot this in front of a green screen also, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be rotoscoping him out. So I'll also link a video on how to do complete rotoscoping for anyone that finds it tricky, but it's actually very simple. Just follow the steps that I'm about to show you. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to double click on this right here, our nested sequence. Then because this is still in a composition, we're just going to double click on our footage again. And now as you can see, it opens it up in a layer right here. So we want to be working in a layer to be able to rotoscope it out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come up here on our toolbar. We're going to click on the guy with the paintbrush, the rotor brush tool, click on that. And if you guys have been following my videos for a while, you guys should be an expert on this by now. If you guys are new to the channel, let me just show you exactly how to do this. So we have our green cursor right here. What we're going to do is we're just going to paint a nice little outline around him just like this. And it does not have to be perfect. We're going to make the adjustments in a second, but let's get that as good as we can. And you're going to see the computer is going to put a nice rough outline of that. So with this background in here, it might mess it up depending on your footage. So all you have to do is just zoom in here using Control and Alt keys, and then hold down the Alt key and it'll turn your cursor red. So once your cursor is red, you can actually just cut out parts of the background that you don't want, just like this. And you're going to see the computer is going to render. It's going to make an adjustment. Also, you might have to just make little adjustments like here, but I'd rather do this any day than do some full-out masking or trying to track mask something that's being difficult. But if you guys prefer doing track masks or actual masking or mocha, however you do it, just apply your own method of masking. And like I said, if you guys are confused with this, I'm putting full tutorials. I'll put full tutorials in the description. So if you have a part that you'd like to add in here, make sure you're using your green cursor. So green cursor adds in parts just like that to the mask, and then the red cursor gets rid of parts that you don't want in the mask. Okay, so now we have this clean cutout. All I have to do now is click page down, page up, just move frame by frame and be able to make sure that this mask is adjusted properly. So I'm going to click page down and just go down the line and make sure that this mask stays the same. If something does mess up, what you could do is just zoom back in, hold down Alt, just cut out the background, or use the green cursor to just color it in. Okay, so for example, here's a little issue we ran into. As I move down frame by frame here, you're going to see that the mask actually sticks away from his shorts. So to fix that, I'm just going to pick the part where it starts actually messing up. I'm going to come here, I'm going to hold down Alt, make the cursor red like that, and I'm just going to cut out the background so that it goes along his leg. And then if it messes up a little bit more, just hold down the green one, the normal cursor, just draw that in there. It's actually very simple. Make that little adjustment just like that. Okay guys, so once you've gone in and made all those adjustments, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to hold down Control and Alt, and you see this gray bar right here. We're going to take the end of this gray bar, we're going to drag it to this yellow square. That's the beginning of where we started. We're going to take this and then just drag this to where the green ends. That's all the adjustments we made and everything that's rendered in. This button freeze right here is hidden from this panel. Make sure you change your panel so you can be able to see that. Once that's all complete and you've done all your adjustments, just click on freeze. It's going to be able to freeze this out. The computer is going to mask this out for you. So now that render was complete, the computer did all of the masking for us. What I'm going to do is just click File and Save. So I'm just going to make a few tiny little adjustments. So we're still going to be working in our layer right here. I'm going to come up here to Roto Brush and Refine Edge. If this is hidden, just click that right there. Come over here to Roto Brush Matte. And then for a feather, we're just going to make that around 10. That'll just smooth out the edges a little more and just make the mask look a little bit better so it's not as choppy. Okay, so once you click File, Save, I'm just going to show you what this looks like in Premiere because I think it's a little bit easier to show you in Premiere. That's what it looks like with everything masked out. That's all we did, and we're just going to use that part right there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add in one of those cool backgrounds. So I'm going to take this part, drag it up in a layer. Like I said, if you're working in After Effects, this works the same. Just add it in a layer underneath. Go into the description of this video I'm going to provide you guys with a free pack with 3 backgrounds. If you guys would like me to give you guys a giant pack of these crazy like retro video game backgrounds, let me know in the comment section below. That's definitely something that I can do. But anyways, let me just show you what these look like real quick. Very nice little gifs of this just nice retro background. We can scale that to frame size, and it looks pretty cool. We can always scale this up like that. Looks pretty good. We can duplicate them and then just kind of nest them together. Make a nice little sequence. Here's what the other one looks like, kind of this nice little background that I used for that trippy preset pack example. And then here's what the third one looks like. Looks pretty cool as well. Okay, so now once we move this a layer above and we've had our background in here, we scaled it to the frame size, we duplicated them and then meshed them together to get this nice little sequence. What we're going to do is we're going to take that background and we're going to put it in a video layer underneath. So now as you can see, it already looks pretty good. If I play that out, you'll see this is what it looks like. Just like that. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to scale this down, make him a little tiny character just like that, put him right there. And then I'm also going to duplicate this a few times. What we could even do is we can add this little flip effect. We're going to flip this one horizontally. We're going to click this box next to motion, and let's make a little duplication just like this. So now we got 2 of these little fighters. We got 2 of these little fighters going on here. Just like that, looking pretty good. We can always click on here, go up to our effect controls, click the box if we'd like to rearrange where they are, just like that. Now all we have to do is just add that effect to kind of pixelate them. So I'm going to add this in Premiere, but like I said, this effect is also in After Effects. It's called the mosaic effect. So go ahead and add mosaic on, drag that onto your clip. And what we're going to do is, you can see it pixelates it too much. We need to take this little slider right here in the effect controls and we need to add more vertical blocks. We also are going to do this with vertical, just like this. And if I scale this up, you can see what that looks like. If it's bigger, just like that. And that's looking good. You can just get the look that you want while still keeping enough detail so that you can tell what's going on. So now once you've created that look, what you can do is you can actually right click on it, copy it, and then just paste that effect onto all the other little duplicates that you made so you don't have to redo that every single time, just like this. Okay, so that's how you get that full look. And just for added effect, what we're going to do is we're just going to throw a little LUT on here. So I'm going to use one of these LUTs that I've got in here. I'm going to use Arapaho by IWBAP, whatever it's called. Link to that will be in the description. You can just copy that and then paste that onto everything else. And then we're going to add a Max Novak preset pack. Nice little cinema bars, make this nice and cinematic. And that's our final look. So it looks really cool, this cool video game look with some LUTs on there with that mosaic effect. All it takes is a little bit of masking. So anyways, and you can really take this so much further and add so many little elements. You could add like the KO stuff. You could add like some bar with that kind of like Mortal Kombat kind of vibe. If you guys want more tutorials of me building off of this, maybe showing you guys how to create those elements, how to add effects and make them like fight and stuff, I could do a whole video kind of expanding on this. But this is kind of the basics of creating that cool like retro video game look. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comment section down below. Go check out my online store. It has a bunch of free resources as well as preset packs, stuff like that, anything that's going to help you guys with your editing and your filmmaking. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.